What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about the one thing most players ignore, the mental game. Honestly, having a locked in mindset will win you more rounds than the aim ever could. I will structure the video with 4 tips related to the mental game of CS and finish with another 4 tips to do a mental reset that will help you and your friends win a lot of more games. So let's start with the first one, the post-death info. Have you ever been in a position where the enemy kills you and in the other second you start yelling, "He's a cheater," or something like that? Everything while your teammates are still trying to focus to the game or hear the enemy footsteps? Well, the concept of the post-death info is that after you die, you need to give info in about 3 seconds. Afterwards, just go silent and focus on how the enemy team is playing. The second tip is related to protecting your elo, which overall will increase it over a period of time. Have you ever played one, two, or even three games in a row and lost? What do you do after? Most probably will say, let's jump in another one. 100% will be a win, and lose again. The concept of this tip is to set a hard limit. For example, if I have two losses in a row, I will end this session and focus on training something, learn new smokes, play deathmatch, and so on. Chasing elo while tilted is the fastest way to derank. After a lose streak, you will most probably be so upset that you won't even focus on the game and maybe even start doing the thing I was just talking about at the point number 1. The third tip is related to something you maybe never thought about, a physical reset. When we are angry, frustrated, maybe even anxious, our body tends to tense up. Shoulders go to our ear, the jaw clenches, and the breathing gets shallow. This won't ruin just your back, but your aim too. Relaxed muscle move faster and smoother than the tensed ones. So what should you do? Well, it's very simple. Before the round starts, during those 10-15 seconds, just take some deep breath, drop your shoulders, and be more aware about your body while trying to relax your mind. And yes, some of you will say, don't take it this far, it's just a game. Indeed, it is, but that won't stop you from having negative emotions while playing it. Now, for the last point, I want to ask you, how many timeouts you take while playing the game? Excepting those moments when you really need to do something and you are not at the PC. I ask this question because a tactical timeout can be sometimes the best thing you can do to a match. So let me explain. In that timeout, instead of complaining, just talk with your team and focus on a tactic. Like, everyone, let's just hold for 30 seconds this round. I would say that if you lose 3 rounds in a row, it is a perfect time for a timeout. Another thing that timeout can do is to stop the adrenaline rush of the enemy team. Imagine on yourself being in a 3 or 4 rounds win in a row, waiting the other one, and suddenly a timeout pop-ups. You almost rage while saying something like activating cheats. It's very common to do this. Now, in the second part of the video, I want to show you how to do a mental reset. So, here are 4 tips for doing this. The first one is the positivity strategy. Once the vibe goes bad, your aim will go too. So even if your teammate is a literal bot, just say nice try or unlucky. If you flame it, they will play worse. So most of the times being nice it is the best thing you can do. The second point is related to the mute button. If you have a toxic player, don't be afraid to mute him. You don't need to listen to someone screaming and you don't need to worry about missing a callout. Just ask another teammate to share the callout with you as you muted the toxic one. I can say from my experience that sometimes the mute button can be a relief. Just imagine to focus on your game after something like this. Now, coming back to the point number 3. How many matches you had when your KD was 2 with 10 or something like that? And you unconsciously said, I give up. Please, listen to me. You don't always need to carry your team having 30 kills in a match. Sometimes the impact you do is more important than the frags. If you feel like you just can't shoot in a game, or everything you do has no luck, just step back a bit and focus on your utility, giving the right comms. and talk with your team. Don't be afraid of saying, I have a bad game, sorry. As if you don't say it, someone might be starting to be toxic and you will play even worse. The last point is related to the 0-7 situation. Most of the times, if you are losing 0-7, it is because the enemy has figured you all out. So, it is the right time to change the pace. Just tell your team, everyone stop, we are playing too fast or too slow. Let's hold for a minute or something like that. You need to break that losing streak so you and your team can gain something more important than one round, the mentality that you can do the comeback. Now, in the end, I just want to say that all these tips or points are linked together. So if you miss one, it can lead to another and so on. It is a snowball effect that you will know how to stop next time. Thank you for watching and don't forget, be the player you want to have as a teammate. Have a beautiful day. Bye.